Deku, what is this face cam?
Yo, what's up, gamers? Welcome to Team Dark Extra. I am Deku, joined by Aura and Joy. Hello, gamers.
Hello, gamers.
Hello!
Hello!
Yeah, that's just Deku's face cam. I don't know what you mean. That looks
Yeah,
just like
I look
he
just
did
like
say
that.
he did say he was tired before.
Yeah, I did not get much sleep, so just having a little nap.
It's crazy. When he's really focused, he looks really similar to Emerald, but then when he's tired, he looks like an anime girl. I don't really know how
Crazy
that
how that
happens.
works. Anyway, this is Team Dark Extra. We need to destroy 100 enemies to complete the stage, and we need to do that 14 times. So, yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. Time for some gaming.
Alright. Some gaming. Here we go. Yeah, so basically it's a lot of combat rather than like moving through the stage as quick as possible, which makes it quite a bit different. I think this game has like a lot of really cool ways to kill enemies fast that you don't normally get to see. It's only like a few chaotics levels where it actually comes into play, but that's what this category is all about.
Yeah.
Dark's levels are already filled with enemies, and Dark is like the kid that's like most suited for killing enemies while moving quickly. Like compared to every other power character, Omega's ground attacks just like kind of keep him moving, so it's pretty easy to like punch through people and just keep going.
Yeah, Omega Spot like keeps a lot of speed, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, one thing that's gonna be really important is getting the right level ups. I got level 2 Rouge, and the Thunder Shoot just like one shots.
Yeah, level 2 does 3
basic
damage,
enemy.
which is enough to kill almost every basic enemy.
Yeah.
And it causes them to chain lock-ons in a row, so as long as they're close enough to lock on, you can just body bag all the basic enemies just like that.
Yeah. I'm guessing you kind of prioritize Rouge levels and then after that try to get Shadow levels.
Yeah, it really depends on the stage. Omega level 3 is really good for shield enemies and egg hammers. Like the big hammer robots that have like 30 health. But like there are no such enemies in the first stages. It's just a lot of basic enemies, so Omega is like pretty much unnecessary.
Yeah, his Omega's levels only impact the final hit of the ground combo, and you basically kill everyone with the first 2 hits anyway, so there's really no point.
Yeah.
Are there more than 100 enemies? Yeah, because I've seen you skip a few, I think, now.
Yeah. In this
Not
stage...
in Seaside Hill there are.
Yeah, in Frog Forest there are like 50.
Oh, so you have to use the back ring.
But we will see some funny routing so that we're gonna get more than 50 enemies before getting the back ring. You will see later. It's gonna be pretty funny. So yeah, one thing I like about this category, it will only be like one glitch we will do. That's a Mystic Mansion. So it's basically just like run through the stage, no glitches. Just, pretty chill. There's nothing really that hard.
You could call mid-air kick a glitch, maybe it's an exploit, I don't know.
True.
We've done quite a few of those already.
Yeah, we do that quite a lot.
So one thing that's prevalent in chaotics at certain points, and I'm sure in this one it's definitely more prevalent, is the fact that the counter in the bottom right gets hidden whenever they're saying voice lines.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. So
I think chaotics has more, but yeah.
Yeah. So fun fact, Deku's the only one of us 3 that's actually ran this before. But I would guess that becomes annoying in certain spots.
Yeah, I look at the score like all the time because of that. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I've like 100% of the game, but I've never actually. I think the only Dark Extra mission I've speedrun is Ocean Palace. That one is super fun though. So.
Oh, it's so fun.
Ocean Palace being based as always.
Yeah. And yeah, we are nearing like where the Goring is, and the stage will end like right there. So I guess I'll explain a little bit about the routing that we do in these stages. We try to end the stage uh, before a point where there's no enemy, pretty much. That's like the entire point of the routing. Like right now, I want to skip the Goring animation because it's pretty slow. So I try to end the stage, get enough enemies so that I end the stage right before the Goring.
I mean, most
But
stages barely have any enemies at the start either.
yeah.
Like Seaside Hill, you'd have to get like 20 seconds in before you see your first one.
Mhm.
I think. No, there are a few at the very start for Dark, but not very many.
Yeah. There's like one guy and then
Yeah, like right
20
in front of that
seconds
spring.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be like prevalent in like especially Hang Castle. You know, there's before the Goring, there's that really long
Yeah.
war running section. Like we try to end the
Yeah.
stage right
Are
before
there
that
real?
part.
You can get Hank Castle? I wouldn't think there would be enough enemies to finish before then.
There aren't, but uh-oh. We
Well,
might
yeah,
be doing
even
it
with the
all.
strats. I guess I won't spoil the strats since you want to fucking save them for later.
Don't tell the secret.
Yeah, you can do the first Ocean Palace and Seaside Hill are both fucking stuffed with enemies. Like you don't even have to try to get 100 on your first on a single playthrough.
Yeah,
So,
this stage is
I'm
great.
guessing all of these robots that are here would normally be here in the normal mission, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
they don't change the layout at all.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they like added extra enemies for the extra
Oh.
mission.
This is just how many guys they put in Team Dark for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all like basic enemies without shield. Pretty fun.
And then yeah, this is another instance like leveling up Shadow can be pretty good for spots like that because homing attack one-shotting is really good. You need a level 2 for that. And then level 3 Shadow will get rid of like shield enemies.
Yeah, we're getting level 3 Shadow for like a few enemies a little later, and we need level 2 Rouge for like most of the enemies in this stage, really.
I've noticed one thing. I've ran Team Dark like briefly, but one thing about Omega that I find kind of annoying is like his punch targeting is like
It's
a lot
so
more
bad.
janky. Yeah, like he kind of tends to like fly around whichever way he chooses. Like even
I
if
think it's
you're
probably
like,
just because of how far it goes.
yeah,
True. That's also part of the reason.
Like if I feel like if Bigs and Vectors just went as far, it would. And Knuckles, there just aren't that many. There aren't that many like sets of big enemies that you would punch into. Like I think it's dependent on like which enemy, like what order the enemies are like loaded in. I'd imagine. Like
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I think he just like when they're about like he just like we'll see later. There's like there's some like sets of enemies that are right next to each other, and like, no matter which one you're closer to, he'll always target the first one, even if you're like on the right and the left one's the guy that gets loaded first, he'll still target the left guy. That's really stupid.
Yeah.
that was a really funny thunder sheet you did back there. Like Omega like was basically on the ground the whole time and went super far.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Okay. Got him again.
Yeah. I had a feeling if you tried to cancel that homing attack, there's a chance you fell back down.
Yeah, might as well try to let that go until it works.
It's not that hard to time it, but
Yeah. True.
I've done that one, that Lost Jungle Tornado strat for Team Sonic. I've circled that, like, you know, that one at the very end.
Yeah.
Before I came up with a good strat, I would circle around that guy so much that I got good at timing, canceling it so you don't die. It's really not that hard if you like are paying attention, but if you don't do it very much, it's kind of annoying.
Time for Aura stage.
I don't know how cool this stage is for Dark Extra, but I think for Dark Normal, it's really cool. Probably my
Yeah.
favorite stage for Team Dark is no surprise, Grand Metro.
Can't believe it. Do we skip hype
I mean,
mode?
it's extremely similar to Sonic. Ah, there's
No,
like a guy in the way.
Baba.
Did that kill him? That did.
No,
Yeah, it's
fight.
got 1 health.
He's
for
got
some
1 health.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't have too much going on. It's just like kind of chill. This is like
It took me a
every
while to
stage.
notice that like they're just. Like it took me like multiple years to notice that there are some like random enemies with just 1 health instead of 3.
Yeah.
It like for like the majority of like Team Sonic is what I spend most of my time in, and there are really no like major cases of that. And like Dark and Chaotix have a few, but
That's true.
even in their normal runs that you have to deal with. But
Pretty sure that even
it's
in
pretty easy to
Rose,
not notice it.
there
Yeah.
are a lot of 0 health enemies. It's kind of weird. I
That-
think there would be a lot for Rose.
Yeah, that makes sense though. I can't think of an example, but I have seen strats to kill certain enemies where I'm like, why does that work? But if
It
they
took
have
me
less
so
health,
long. The
Yeah.
dark Hang Castle, like right when you land from Hang Castle skip, there's 3 guys you gotta kill, and you only need. I was like, why do they keep dying? And it took me like, oh, they have 1 health, so they die when they hit the floor from the level 1 Thundershoot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah, those
you just,
ones,
uh,
you just paralyze those guys, they hit the floor and die.
Mm-hmm.
Have to go back for that one.
Is the route that tight that you need everything?
I actually could have skipped that one because I do get an extra enemy, but I don't know. I guess I'll let us get it.
Yeah, so that was what we were talking about the targeting. Deku was so much closer to the left turtle than the right one, and he
Yeah.
still just went for the right one anyway.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
whenever there's 2 enemies or like multiple enemies side by side, you almost just have to know which one Omega's gonna want to go to. Like, you can't purposefully try to aim for the left one there. He's gonna punch to the right one anyway.
Like if you're super far to the left, you can get them both in one, but I normally just go for the one that he auto targets. It's really not much worse.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if I get the funny strat. I found this yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago. I don't know. Should work.
Wall.
No.
Okay.
Okay, second try. Surely. Let's
The
go.
pause.
The pause,
is just time
apparently.
it.
Yeah,
No.
if you pause, it just gives you extra height. I don't really know
What?
why. I found that out yesterday.
That makes no sense.
I mean, it kind of has to go with like not letting go of A because like you're like not letting go of it in the pause menu, but like still. Also, I
more
wasn't supposed to
hover
take that
frames, I
count.
guess. Oh.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of cool because before you needed to do a 5XL jump, and those are like 2 frames, and that's pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just to skip a pull, right?
You have to
Yeah,
do it from pretty far back, 'cause the box is pretty far back there.
true. Okay,
Flying sub
funny,
jumps are kind of slow when you do them from far away.
funny thing coming up. Invisible pole.
Yeah, I still have no idea why the pole doesn't need to come up when you have Team Blast cooldown active, but it works, so
Yeah,
You
I
can do
guess it has to
that.
do with the fact that it stops time. So
Yeah.
like when you team blast, it triggers the cage to open and like the flag in the game to set the pole up, but it doesn't actually show it.
Yeah, it's so weird that it's programmed like that, but we take those.
This one. So we're approaching like where the end of this stage is. So we went
Yeah,
through almost
there's-
all of it.
Yeah, this stage is like kind of linear. You kind of just get some guys and beat the stage. But the next stage is
Definitely.
like floated with enemies. I really like Power Plant with Dark Extra.
Power Plant Dark is just such a cool level.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, you do like a decent amount of combat in the regular run, honestly, in this stage.
Yeah, there's a lot of mandatory enemies to destroy.
And then there's a lot that are barely slower. Like you can do like some slope, like some of the slope jumps. Like it's really not even that much slower to kill like 5 enemies.
Yeah, the enemies are like grouped up together a lot.
Team Dark Extra first 2 zones only should be a category. Yeah, as if Dark Extra wasn't arbitrary enough.
Yeah, the stages, at least I'm pretty certain, get quite a lot longer.
Yeah.
Unlike, like, even more so than they're supposed to. Like, obviously the later stages are supposed to take longer in this game, but like...
Little RNG
here's an
moment there. I wanted to get a level up for Rouge, but I ended up getting it for Omega. Unfortunate.
Why would... You're gonna get the second level, like, right up here. Why does it really matter?
For the bird, for Flapwings.
Is it possible to have level 2 Rouge that early?
No,
Oh.
he's one level 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I got it. That makes more sense.
It's not like a big deal, it's just kind of a little better. Okay, speed shoes coming up. I think these are
Nice
all
2
faster
one-ring
than-
light dashes. Yeah,
didn't
because
even-
you have to kill the enemies, you're not going to get the speed shoes for the pole room skip.
I didn't even know about that really long ring trail at the start of Power Plant. I've never seen that.
What the fuck, man? How?
I've never seen it. You don't take that.
When I played
yeah, you don't
casually, I
take
would
it, but,
always
like-
take it. Like the swag route.
I mean, maybe I took it when I played casually, but the last time I did that was like a decade ago.
Yeah, aren't the rainbow rings for the 2 corkscrews in the stage like barely faster too?
They are.
Or like about even or something?
Yeah.
At least I just do it because I don't want the corkscrew to turn me around.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you do here? Do you just try and kill them on your way up?
Yeah.
Oh, so you go down to this one still. Oh, or try to.
I try like that.
This is
I'm trying to
optimal,
thunder
dude.
shoot like into the rings. That way I can get my flight back. Because for some reason when you thunder shoot into the boosters, your flight gets reset.
I
That's
feel
why I
like
couldn't
it's like
just-
almost an oversight that they take away your ability to fly out of the air boosters. At least like
Yeah.
some of the level design really makes it seem like you were supposed to be able to, like fucking the elevator there on Team Rose.
Yeah. I
Really
don't-
makes it seem
Really?
like they expect you to be able to fly there.
That's interesting because I have like almost I kind of think the opposite where they made the elevator for Rose just high enough that you can't skip it. But I don't know.
Maybe.
But it's weird because Dark can skip it casually, so I don't
Not
know.
red level.
It just makes no sense that you can like nothing else. There's like no other like random things that take away your ability to fly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It is funny though that it lets you fly if you thunder shoot for some reason. I don't know. It's kind of fun to
Yeah.
do. I don't know why it's in the game, but I kind of like the fact that you have to like time a thunder shoot to get a flight out of it.
Oh, now that I think about it, I think they must have been thinking that like you like mash A to flight excel to get into the air booster, and then you fly immediately, and then just go nowhere and drop to your death.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then they were like, "Well, what if we just didn't let them do that?"
yeah. You're saying for
Right.
like ones that send you like forward, that you don't want someone to like press A and then just die.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
but there are some strats where you want to activate a flight like immediately going through them to drop to the ground. Those ones
Yeah.
are cool.
Now time for one of the worst stages in video game history.
Yeah, I saw you doing this in practice. This stage does not look like fun at all.
Yeah. Oh no.
You're also
get
getting
up
bodied pretty
there.
hard.
Oh, please
no, the wall.
Dude, it's actually hilarious how easy these for how easy these tables look. If just like one thing goes wrong with just how janky the physics are, with like you can lose like easily like 10 seconds on some of like the easiest looking pinball tables because the walls are just so jank. Like you kept hitting him to go up and getting stuffed.
Yeah.
I also think if you've never played this game before, it probably looks like you have a lot more control over the pinball tables than you actually do. Like, if you start going one direction on a pinball table, you are basically locked in that direction with very little influence on your part.
Yeah,
Yep.
you like can't like fix it until you go off of a ledge or hit a wall.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The incident.
That was a pretty decent save. Being over there on the right, I would have no idea what to do. Oh no.
Okay, we
Get
made
in
it.
there,
we
you
made
Wow, we're out.
World record pace.
it. Really is.
Yeah. This dice block too, I've found is really janky. The one moving up and down like that.
Yeah.
You can get down zips in this game if you're like barely high enough to reach a ledge. The game will just like zip you downward. But I find with that dice block, for some reason, it happens a lot.
I mean, vertical moving platforms are just jank in this game in general. Like the ones in Power Plant are pretty jank too.
Yeah.
It's just they move up so much. They only move up once and then they stay there, so it's like less likely for it to happen.
Yeah.
But you can warp on those too.
I've also definitely seen people clip through the elevator in Power Plant, and then you're just
Oh, yeah, that
completely
too.
dead. That's always
That one never
funny
gets
one.
old. That one happens to everyone. Like
Yeah. Dude, there's so many things in this game where, like, the first time someone sees it, they're gonna clip it and be like, has this ever
this
happened
has
before?
never happened to anyone, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Happens quite frequently.
yeah.
Oh no, I died, guys! Oh no, guys! But
Oh,
wait,
no.
the enemies respawn and I can kill them, and I can increase
God
the
damn.
counter. But yeah, this is the
Man.
Dutch checkpoint abuse, as I like to call it. And
It looks like beginner's luck to me. You died and then got more enemies out of it.
What the hell did that
what,
target
what was
the
that,
string?
homie? Whoa, I thought. Let's go.
Wow. R.I.P. Shadow.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the main routing point for the next 3 stages. Just destroying a bunch of enemies, then hitting a checkpoint to make them respawn, and destroying them again.
You have to get these guys.
Yeah, those guys
Yeah,
are really annoying.
They like save your mission progress when you hit the checkpoint. So if he actually goes forward, hits these enemies, he can go back and die.
Yeah.
I guess you don't do it there, but like you theoretically could go back and hit the checkpoint, save that you killed those enemies. And unlike the Chaotix objectives, they actually respawn.
You're saying I won't do it here? I'm here to prove you wrong, Aura. Aha!
I was gonna say there were so many enemies that I don't know why you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, do you have to kill the enemies first and then take the checkpoint? Is that
Yes.
the only way? Yeah, because your counter wouldn't. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm. So yeah,
It's
in
kind
this
of weird that
stage-
like Chaotix, even the Chaotix mission that does use the enemies doesn't work like that.
This is true. I don't know why they made it like this. I don't think they put a lot of time into that extra.
They just throw a counter on there and called it a day. They're like, yeah, well, we have 300,000 enemies in this stage. Just go kill a bunch of them. Have fun, idiot.
That is
Are
the
there
dark
really
extra.
7 enemies on this table?
Yes. I mean, there are
What
3
the
enemies
hell?
down here.
Oh, at the end. Oh,
Yeah.
dang, Shadow is already like halfway through.
Yeah, that's the funny part. We do this quite often in the next stage, Bingo Highway.
Isn't there one more guy? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah. Perfect
Wow.
counter, all
That
planned,
guy,
guys.
well, that guy can drop on you when you try and do the skip to the end. It's really
Yeah.
funny. When he loads in midair and fucking bodies you.
Average Team Dark moment, man. They just throw enemies at you in the most inopportune spots.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it allows for a lot of bop boost, but it is really annoying to do movement when they just, especially in the first two zones, they just stuff the hallways with enemies.
Yeah. There's one in Seaside Hill in particular where you like, it's after the, I don't know if it's the first checkpoint. It's the first checkpoint with Rose, but it's after the bobsled section, and then you go up the cliff, and then there's a guy that runs out behind a wall and hits you.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you're too slow anyway.
Will I be able to
God.
hit this guy? Okay, let's go. Yeah, like right here, we're gonna destroy this
Oh my
guy,
gosh.
and then I'm gonna warp to Rouge, and you see Rouge is like already like almost there, and we do this quite a lot. I should have got that level up. Yeah, we're gonna get spotted on purpose here. Make more enemies spawn.
Yeah. If you've seen a hero run or a hero's run already, you probably know this, but on pinball tables, you can teleport to wherever your characters are by switching to them. They don't snap to you like they normally do. So, in that spot that Deku was talking about, Rouge was already like halfway through the like track that she was in.
Yeah, in normal runs, you would be able to do a lot more broken stuff with that, but you can't. Skipping stuff doesn't really help that much when the objective is to kill the enemies.
Did you mean to
Yeah.
fall there? I can't tell.
I didn't mean to, but it's not a big deal.
Okay.
I needed
was like,
to.
I
I needed
I
to
don't
go
know
in
what
this section
to make in
anyway.
this category. 'Cause
I
you
was
could
gonna
just
get the
keep
Rouge
going.
level up, but it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, this table's annoying. Oh, I already missed the
Oh,
guy.
God.
So. Can we get him?
Oh, wait,
Oh,
the save?
No,
The save.
whatever. Okay, and the same. We're gonna do the same thing here. Like Shadow is gonna be like almost done with the laser tube, so I'm just gonna destroy this guy and warp to him, and I'm already here.
Wait, oh my God, I didn't even see Shadow like. Go
Did,
really
did you
far
like
forward.
unload the blocks there or
Yeah,
something? I don't know.
yeah.
Oh,
The
that's
blocks
why you
were
just went
unloaded,
through.
yeah.
I see. Yeah, that part is really annoying in like Dark LTS because those like squares that you can bounce on are just everywhere.
Yeah,
But
thank God
luckily-
there's that ramp there for for
Yeah.
when you're not killing the enemies.
Okay, that was actually fast for once. I usually spend a long time there.
I spent forever there as Team Chaotic, so we only need to collect one thing.
Yeah. I do this too.
Yeah, true.
Okay, this table's annoying. Oh.
So Omega's hitbox is bigger to hit the enemies while rolling around, right?
Yes, that is why we are staying as Omega.
I never really noticed a difference that much because when you're big, there's just not even that much shit to dodge. There's like one part as Rose where it's kind of annoying that I was pretty sure that Big's
Yeah.
hitbox is bigger, but
Oh, you haven't tried these big on the uphill table? Like
no. Like a
It's-
certain guy during the tournament.
Yeah, I mean that's all the proof you need. The hitbox is definitely bigger.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
65 is a good amount. I will... Like it, I really need to hit a certain amount of enemies because I
What
don't
the hell
want
did
to...
you just bonk on?
What was that? I
What
don't
hit
know,
Omega?
man. As we can
Also-
probably see, we're gonna skip that checkpoint because, yeah.
Oh, he's gonna go backwards and cheat again.
Yeah, we do
Another
not
cool
want
thing-
to play the last pinball table at all costs, so
Wait, how many enemies was that team blast? That was a
9.
lot, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, 9. Jeez.
Yeah, this is why we're playing this twice. There are a bunch of enemies, and the last pinball table is so slow. My PB, I accidentally got the checkpoint, and I lost like a minute. because I couldn't do the checkpoint at the end. There we go,
Are
91.
there like no enemies on that slide coming up?
There are, but
I think there are on like the
very
big square,
few.
right?
Yeah, very few, and they're very slow. And that's the gaming.
That's
Okay.
the gaming.
The casino stages actually went pretty well. That's
It's
surprising.
it's so weird to me that they just put like a million enemies on the pinball tables. Like they serve as no threat. They literally can't hit you when you're in the ball. Like
Yeah,
True.
like what? Why do they? Is it
I don't know.
just for this?
I guess
Something
it
to
must have
aim
been.
for. Gives you dopamine.
Yeah. You're like, oh my god, I got the enemy. I'm so.
Look at how much harder it is because there's so many guys here that
Right.
don't really do anything.
Rail Canyon.
Real Canyon.
Canyon.
This stage is pretty fun, except for this part.
Oh, I love the beginning of Rail Canyon.
Yeah, it's all these
Can't get enough of that shit.
The Dark Chaotix part is like kind of cool looking the first time or two you do it, but God, it's so boring when you play the stage a lot.
It really is.
I really love. Drywall had a phase where he didn't want to learn Chaotix because of the beginning of Rail Canyon. It's like 15 seconds.
And you got the first checkpoint at like 30, like at like 40 seconds, so it's like a.
Yeah.
I mean, you are doing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh,
I mean,
I
there's
avoided
not a
the
lot.
checkpoint. I wonder what I'm gonna do.
I wonder. That was cool movement. Doing the glide. off the
I
rail
love this
backward.
movement.
Yeah, I like that.
You get to do this movement 4 times, and I just love it every
Wait,
time.
you do this 4 times.
Yeah. Look at guy.
Yeah, they really overloaded the first few. I feel like they decided that 100 was a good number after they played Seaside Hill and didn't really like think about it after that.
Yeah.
Like casually speaking, when you don't have the fucking death abuse, like stages like this or like Egg Fleet are just like fucking brutal, man. Like, I mean, the fucking A rank requirements speak for themselves. They're literally just time, and some of these A ranks are what, like 13 minutes or something?
Yeah.
Like that's just how long they expected the mission to take. And they didn't see a problem with that. You're just like, yep, you're gonna play the whole stage twice and slowing down constantly to kill enemies.
8 minutes. That's pretty fast. Yeah, I don't think they put a lot of thought into the extra missions. I think the stage was already long, and they were already committed to extra missions being what they were gonna be. So they're just like, oh, Egg Fleet's pretty long. Oh well, we're already this far. Can't change it.
They probably spent about like 15 seconds deciding on Team Sonics. They didn't even bother taking the checkpoints out like they do in SA2.
Oh, yeah.
They
yeah,
literally
Team-
identical missions, except for with the one fail condition where if you spend too long, you die.
Yeah. That's why Team Sonic Extra, like, literally just isn't a thing.
Yeah, there is no leaderboard for Team Sonic Extra missions because they're functionally identical.
Yeah. It would basically just be Team Sonic without boss fights. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, and the IL boards don't exist either because they're literally the same.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
if you're really new, maybe you would go over the time limit and then it would be different. But I don't think that's worth having another board for, personally.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta do the funny walk on the train.
Do you really just jump into that as Omega as the
No,
strat?
that was a mistake.
Okay,
Forgot,
I was gonna say I definitely think you could.
Yeah.
Play that
think
out a little better than that.
One of the funniest parts about this, like I said, Or and I don't run this, so anything Deku does could just be part of a round he came up with.
Yeah,
We don't
guys,
know
you
it's actually a mistake.
need to jump into the train as Omega. That's the new strat now.
Yeah, get knocked back a million feet for no reason. I'm smart enough to know that wasn't the play.
Let's go. Yeah, it's kind of cool that they put these rhinos in the stage and you just kind of ignore them and they just destroy each other. Like,
Oh, really?
themselves, yeah.
Funny.
Yeah, they kind of feel more like obstacles than enemies, but they do count.
Except for these ones. These ones don't move, so you need to destroy them.
We're taking the back ring. Now I see what you mean. I was like, what do you mean we do that movement 4 times? Like you went past it.
Oh, you gotta play it again. The movement is just so cool. I routed it. I routed it in a way so I had to play it more.
Ridiculous that like they made these missions when like casually you can't even do half of them in one playthrough, even if you knew where all the enemies were.
Yeah. I do wanna say, I really love that you can like just destroy these shieldy boys with one punch. I think it's very fun to do.
Yeah. Is that a thing with like other power characters? Not really. Like
No, just
Omega's
Omega.
hitboxes, his punches last for a really long time and it kind of lingers enough to like do 2 hits.
Yeah.
Knuckles gets them pretty frequently on those fucking red shield, the shiny red shield.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm pretty sure Knuckles gets them about as frequently. He's really bad at getting the fucking spiky ones in one though. I don't know if Omega's any better at that.
Omegas can do that, yeah. It's kind of hard now. Okay, now time to move on my least favorite, I guess, not counting the casino stages. This one's just a bunch of...
It's implied that the casino stages are the worst in every
Yeah.
category. You don't
Doesn't
even
matter
need
what you're playing.
you don't even need to mention that. I can't think of a category that yeah, there's definitely no category where the casino stages aren't like 1 and 2 worst stages. I can't think. I guess
Yeah.
Bingo Highway isn't top 2 worst for chaotics, but
Yeah, maybe
I
I'll
mean,
look at it.
And like Road's unrestricted, like you really don't deal with Bingo Highway like at all. It's the first slide and then you door clip and pop boost. That's it.
That's true. But the drop is kind of...
I mean, same for Sonic Unrestricted now.
True, yeah.
It still deserves to be at the bottom for how much suffering it's caused me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we need a lot of level ups for the stage, and all the enemies are just kind of scattered around. Like you can't really just do a checkpoint abuse to get a bunch of enemies. Like there's no such point where there's just a bunch of enemies. Just kind of gotta run around and finish the stage. It's really boring.
So how long does this one end up taking?
8 minutes at the end.
Let's go. 8 minutes for one level in a run.
Yeah.
I could try to wall jump again.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's fine. Funny thing in this game is when you land from a wall jump like that, you gotta, like you cannot do another one.
Yeah, wall jumps for whatever reason get refreshed. Like your ability to wall jump gets refreshed when you jump, and not when you release the wall. So if you land from a wall jump and don't actually jump, like did Deku roll off or something, you don't actually get, and you actually need to jump in Shadow too. It can't be Rouge or anyone else.
Yeah, it is very dumb.
And same goes for tornadoes.
I was just gonna say, yeah, Tornado also is something that gets stored and you don't get it back until you actually jump off the ground for whatever reason. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of spots, like uh, Team Sonic and Team Dark especially, their tornado is used as like almost a double jump in a way because you get like more height out of it. And sometimes if you don't know that you already used your tornado and you never jump to reset it, you can go for like one of those double jumps across a gap and it just never comes out.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a wall to cancel it, it's like even better than a double jump because it comes out like immediately. It's a super cool tech. I don't know if we use it that much in Dark Extra though. I don't think I've seen.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I guess we don't use it that much. Now that I think about it. I can't think of a spot on top of my head, but I think there's probably one. Somewhere. Smile.
You could have done that one in Seaside Hill.
I did do one in Seaside Hill. Yeah, that's true. I did a tornado to target an enemy that was off screen that had 1 health.
I noticed that. I wasn't sure if you got him though, because I
Yeah,
wasn't
I
really
did.
staring at the enemy counter.
Yeah, it went from 7 to 8. That was
So what? Do you knock him up in the air and then he dies on hitting the ground, or what?
yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know how else you would kill that guy with that.
Does tornado like actually like throwing an enemy up do damage?
No,
Or
but
does
when
it-
they
is it
land,
only-
they take damage.
Okay. So is that another one where it has 1 health?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I quite like that strat. Just kinda, it looks kinda pointless. You do that tornado, but you actually do get that enemy. It's pretty fun.
Is it possible to like go so fast that it despawns before he hits the ground?
That's never happened to me, but if you were to like use a hack to despawn it, then yeah, you would not kill it. I was always scared that despawning one of the rhinos would not count it, but I think all of the rhinos don't get despawned, so don't have to worry about that.
Really? I mean, you mean they don't get respawned as in like you're never too far away from them, or they
Yeah.
literally don't respawn? Okay.
Yeah, I'm never
Yeah,
too far
it's like-
away from them.
I was like, surely they respawn if you're too far, but I guess you're saying it just works out that you're never too far.
Yeah. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah, I mean enemies don't have the same unload radius in this game, so I guess they just make them like really big for those guys because you do like some of those fucking big like networks of rails, you just end up being pretty far away from them at times, and you want them still to be there when you converge back together. So I'm assuming they just fucking made them really big for everyone.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
It's kind of funny how short some of them are. Like Dark Ocean Palace, you can there's like a setup for the buff boost, and you're like not even that far away from them, and they just fucking go away.
Yeah, that was really weird.
And then Team Rose, it feels like you gotta go back to like the fucking start of the level to get those assholes to respawn.
Yeah, I know. Okay, got 83 enemies. Let's go. I can go for Joy Glide. Will I hit Joy Glide?
Oh my god.
He's
I
here,
hope-
you gotta.
I hope he does.
Yeah, Joy
Oh, he
Glide.
missed it. Damn.
Oh
you
yeah, I
went
guess I
so
did.
fucking wide.
Yeah, you gotta miss it to get it.
True. Yeah, unfortunately, going for Joy Glide means that I do miss one enemy, but since I need to team blast like 7 enemies together, I can skip some enemies because like I will end up having too many enemies if I.
Oh, does that strat work with Team Dark where you like, I don't even know how it works with Sonic, but you like enter the cannon with flight and then you can skip the spring?
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
could.
mean you can always fly, but you also gotta catch up flight, so you get to keep a bunch of speed.
Okay.
Okay, I don't need any more enemies. I guess I might as well get these enemies and not team blast. I guess that's a little bit faster.
Doing that strat quickly feels so sick, because you land like with speed immediately, and then you can just kick right off the edge into the goal ring.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a catch-up flight. That sounds sick.
Yeah, it
Okay,
feels so nice.
This was in 8 minutes.
I did
six and
2
a half.
team blasts. You must
Yeah,
stop time.
I forgot Team Blasts
is
are
like-
30 seconds long.
You must stop time.
Yeah, wait, so how long?
take a
How
look.
long is the
okay.
time stop?
Yeah.
Like 10, 15?
10. It is 10
Okay,
seconds.
so that's like 30 seconds of Team Blast.
Yeah, I guess that wasn't like 8, but it was close enough. Smile. Okay, time for Frog Forest. I did mention earlier, this stage has 50 enemies total. But
Nice.
like, we're gonna do some checkpoint.
Yeah, there are a few
Shenanigan.
checkpoints that have like a shit ton of enemies nearby, right? I mean, at least the one right off the big long flower has 1,000,000, right?
Yeah,
Are there 2 checkpoints there too?
there are. We're gonna play that section a few times.
Kind of funny they just put 2 checkpoints there instead of putting a checkpoint right where the 2 routes converge.
Yeah, and
It really isn't that far apart.
that checkpoint is actually has really interesting properties. Like, if you hit the top checkpoint, your timer will be like frozen. Let's say that like I kill enemies and then I go back to the other checkpoint. The timer on the top left will not like keep the time that I hit the checkpoint, but it will keep the enemies. Like, I will show it off. It's really weird.
It's like it won't keep the second checkpoint, it'll keep the first one, or
Yeah, it will keep the time from the first one.
what? So like it like counts them as like kind of the same.
Yeah. And on IELTS, obviously, you can like abuse that a lot. Oh my god.
I thought
Kinda weird.
for a
You weren't even
second you were
close to the
gonna
edge.
take off backwards around the loop there.
But yeah, pay attention to this section. Like, there are no enemies here, so like our goal is to skip this section, which is why we're gonna end the stage right before it. Which is why we're gonna do all the. Oh my god. Oh,
Oh,
that's
do that.
unfortunate. Is that how we're gonna do that? Thankfully, the checkpoint's right there.
oh, you did get that one. Okay. I was like, did he grab that one back there? I can't remember.
Yeah, I kind of thought you would have skipped it, but I guess there's like killing those 3 enemies twice is kind of pointless.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't know if we've mentioned this, but killing the golden guy destroys all the enemies.
Yeah.
Have there even been any golden enemies yet?
Huh. I think
I honestly think that's the first one. I feel like I would have was
There aren't any in Power Plant or like maybe when you team blasted in Bingo Highway. I don't know.
I think they introduced them in fucking Carnival, and there's none in the rail levels.
True, I think you're right. And yeah, there's a bunch.
Oh, there you go. There's an example of the tornado being used for extra distance.
Yeah, don't get that checkpoint. Yeah, you can see this section has so many enemies. Incredible.
And then yeah, you saw his timer went from
You
39.
can literally see
up
both
to-
of you can see the 2 checkpoints on screen at the same time.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh god. Okay.
That's fine.
Alright.
Okay, remember
You're gonna just shoot this
250.
one first instead.
You guys, you remember that 250? You will see it again. But after, when I get the next checkpoint. I didn't need to get this turtle. My bad. Get a ring.
He was asking for it.
True. I do think this movement is kind of fun. Maybe when you do it a bunch of times it gets kind of old.
You ever have to lock the camera when you go backwards?
I don't do that.
No? Okay. Yeah, I've noticed the camera really doesn't like it in this game when you try to go backwards, but
Yeah.
Sometimes a workaround you have is locking the camera with L and R, and then it tends to not like try and swing you back and looking forward.
And yeah,
Wait, did you end up? Wait, you ended up on the lower one again.
Yeah, you end on the lower
So,
one
so you
with
end
the
up.
time.
So you end up on the lower one with the time. Well, you hit the lower one first. So
I
you
hit
ended
the
up at
lower-
the time,
Yeah,
right? You did hit the lower one first, right?
I did.
That's so weird.
It's super weird.
Is that the only case of there being 2 checkpoints?
There's one in Rail King.
There's
and Sonic.
Chaotix. There's Chaotix Bingo Highway, right? Those are supposed to be like 2 different ones. Like you aren't supposed to get the bottom one if you
Oh
hit
yeah.
the top one, I would think.
I could try that. Triple titty jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, this team boss destroys like every enemy on the bottom path, and there's a lot of them. So what kind of commitment? Like you can do it.
Yeah, so he said there's 50 robots in this level. Or, yeah, you said there's
Yeah,
50, and you turned
that's
that into
good.
89 using checkpoint abuse, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. We do that a bunch just because that section, like, that I talked about, just has no enemies. Like, you don't want to go through that a second time. Make sure you're on the stage right before. That's the stage. Ah,
That seems like a scary place to die if you were to die somewhere. I feel like you would have went back to, like,
there's a checkpoint after you get the go rank. Like, the go rank counts as a checkpoint.
oh, it does, okay.
Yeah. Time for Lost Jungle. This is Joey's stage because he likes the music.
Joey Jungle, here we go.
Yeah, this stage is one where you absolutely need level 3 Omega. You were saying at the start, level 3 Omega doesn't really help in the first stages, but like, there are so many hammer
There's a
robots.
lot of hammer boys in here. And
Yeah.
he actually does get rid of them like pretty damn quickly if you do have level 3, but very slowly if you don't.
Yeah, we Team Blast glitch because we want to destroy this enemy as not Omega. And we didn't get
And
that
there's some
done.
flying guys up top.
I thought that guy just didn't get stunned. He like took a second to fall down.
Yeah, that's because I had Team Blast the time was stopped. What's the point?
Yeah, I guess we never mentioned that the level up are actually RNG, and it's a 50-50. When you're gonna get when the game determines if you're gonna get a level, it's a 50-50 between the characters that you're not controlling. So Deku wants Omega levels, so when he knows a level is gonna drop, he wants to be either of the characters that's not. So when he Team Blasts, the hammer robots always drop one. So when he Team Blasts them, he makes sure to not be Omega.
Yeah. Your level 2 though is pretty good for these enemies. But yeah, this is another stage where level ups are just so important that you don't do any checkpoint abusing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, there's another chance here. Let's go. Got the level 3.
Yeah. And level 3 Omega is so much better than level 2. Like,
Look at this.
like every power
Absolutely.
character has like that one level that like when you hit it, like I guess Big doesn't really, but like level 2 Knuckles is so good. Like level 3 doesn't really matter, but for Dark you really need that level. That third level really makes such a fucking huge difference when you need to use the combo.
Yeah, exactly.
In a lot of cases for teams, for almost every team, I feel like in a lot of cases, level 1 power can almost be a liability because you do the combo, but the combo move just sucks ass. Like, you'd rather just do another normal ground attack.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, like, level 0 big's pretty useless. Like, level 1 is the important one for them.
Sure.
Yeah, big is like the one where, like, level 1 is, like, not complete ass.
Mhm. I love the light dash cancel so much.
Oh
It's
my
so
God.
fast.
That's insane.
You can just hug the wall and just look so fast. And you're like in no risk of dying.
Yeah. I don't think we've talked about light dash cancels yet. Basically, in this game, you're not like locked into a light dash like you are in a lot of other games. You're able to start one and then do inputs like immediately after. And so if you switch to either flight or power, then you get the initial speed of the light dash and can do anything out of it.
Yeah, when you finish a light dash, like exit the trail as Sonic, the game like locks your corrects your speed. Like it turns you from like 15 to like back down to like 5 or something after the light dash is over. But if you cancel it, you just get to act with that 15 speed, and the game won't ever take it away. So it's significantly faster than just riding it out.
It's so fast. Yeah, this stage is kind of like Bullet Station in a way, because like you don't do any checkpoint or boosting. But like this stage is so much more fun. I just love it. I'm also just a really big Lost Jungle fan in general. The strats are just really fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel
so
like having
now
to play the stage twice would get annoying, but
Yeah, I
well,
don't mind
I
I
was-
played twice.
I was gonna say, like, that beginning section was different the second time around now that you
Oh,
already have the
no.
levels.
I
Oh,
didn't get
no.
enough distance for that. Now all my level ups are gone.
No.
everything is gone.
That's the distance. Why couldn't I get that the first time? Okay,
Dude, I'm telling you that light dash cancel has been hating me recently. Can you space this out?
I know you can. I did it. Let's go. Oh, I didn't get rewarded. Just one.
You got one level.
I wanted to. Okay, now we have level 1 Rouge, and level 1 Rouge is not. I think these guys just fall and should destroy themselves.
I mean, surely they hit the water. Unless they despawn first.
I
I don't know if the counter went up.
don't see the cover.
Oh, it did. For
No,
those
I
two
think-
anyway.
I'm just gonna do this. I think it just went up for those two.
Yeah, I didn't notice it go up the first time. Oh, there's your level 2.
The enemies are down here. I guess not. I don't know. We'll go, whatever.
Yeah, funny thing about I was gonna mention it before when he did it in Bengal Highway, but I didn't get a chance. Your flight is like your max flight height is determined based on when you start the flight. So Deku started it like way up where he had been, and you can drop all the way down to check where those enemies were, and still go all the way back up to where he activated it.
Yeah. You know, that's the fun thing
You can do
about
some
this
really
category.
funny stuff with that.
You get to show off all these like backups. You will like never show that in another category.
Oh my god. you
Sometimes
cut
when
that
I go for that.
Oh my god.
I need to start going for the Final Fortress door skip for Sonic, where you go under the door by jumping under the stage and flying all the way back up.
That's the strat.
Loses like 10 seconds, but you get to look really cool.
Got it. Look cool for the boys. It's really slow.
Yeah, when is
Got
when
double
is
zero
look
shadow.
cool %?
Okay, we are like 2 enemies short. I can skip one guy, I think. I guess I'll skip one guy.
Just do gator skip.
Great idea, Aura.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's not 3 enemies here.
There's 3 here, yeah.
I think
skipped.
you wanted to end the stage down at the bottom, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to end up before the fire. But yeah, I skipped one enemy to the right there.
Yeah.
Saving a little
I
bit
was
of
gonna
time.
say that would have been really unfortunate if you reached the gator with 99.
No, I'm thinking ahead, don't worry. I know where the enemies are at. Okay. Hang Castle, I did mention earlier, we do not want to reach the gore rank. There are no enemies for like a minute straight before the gore rank. So we'll do our best to win the stage before that. And there are like less than 100 enemies in this stage, so like it's pretty much mandatory to do checkpoint abuse now.
Yeah, I'm
You do
still
the-
surprised even with checkpoint abuse you could beat the stage in one go.
Yeah, there's
I
just
guess I'm just also used to doing hang castle skip, in which case there are significantly less enemies.
You do the funny ghost pole strat in this?
no.
No, what's the point?
Oh yeah, you can go down here.
Yeah, we get to see this area that like you never
I literally
see.
saw you do this yesterday, and I still forgot that you go down here.
Yeah. Can only think of Team Chaotix going down here. My camera was going places. I should have got that level up.
Yeah, there was an example of Omega dealing with the spike shield guys probably better than Knuckles could.
Yeah. I guess my man. Nice.
You say Omega is probably the best level 0 power character?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think it really depends. I think Knuckles is pretty damn close depending on what you're trying to do. Having the jabs is also nice for some things.
True. Knuckles' jab is really strong.
And if you're trying to not fucking get yeeted off the cliff, Knuckles is... And he still keeps like all of your speed, like Omega.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Oh, that's-
problem with Omega. If his lock-on wasn't so bad, he would be the best.
Maybe it's just because I'm more comfortable that I would probably prefer Knuckles, but it's probably just my fucking hours in Team Sonic talking and not actually Omega being any worse. I don't know.
Yeah. That was the first time I noticed you purposely get caught by the sentry flapper to spawn more enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally you would not do that.
Yeah, we do that for like every sentry, I think. Almost all of them. Gotta get those enemies. Okay, do not get this checkpoint.
But why, Deku?
See, I like to play very risky. What was that?
That looks so funny. Oh my god. Did you
Yeah.
see that, Aura? He was like doing the
No.
combo with Omega and bouncing on the robot's head. So he was like doing the combo in the air.
What?
It looked really funny.
That was a cool heroes moment. Okay.
A level 2 Omega.
Oh no, he fell down. He didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I had 51 enemies when I reached this section, and now I have 70. So like, we got like 19 enemies all in the
Mm-hmm.
tower section. Can I?
Dude, what are you doing?
Oh my god, dude, I'm dead.
Dude, no.
Keep getting stuck on that cage.
They beat the shit out of you.
Got destroyed.
Oh my
what's going
god.
on?
The white kept gliding.
Well, when you get stuck on that cage, your punch gets stuck, so I was trying to get out of the cage. The top of the cage. Yeah, all these weapons have 1 health. We're talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the tornado.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna get caught by these guys. And we end the stage like right before.
Dang. You
They're
sniped
going
that
there.
target from really far.
Trained US
What do you
sniper.
do? Go up right to the edge?
I mean, I don't go right up to the edge, but I go a lot closer than that.
I swear I do it for even farther than that. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't.
I don't know.
The camera's really nice for that one. Some of the other ones, you get some really shitty ones. I think it's almost easier to do it based on the height that it's at. Like if you're too close, you like shoot over it from max jump height.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable doing that snipe from there. If it just works out. Yeah, Mystic Mansion.
That's a bot deleter. I love that quote.
I like Mystic Mansion. You guys like Mystic Mansion?
I'm a big
I like
fan.
Mystic Mansion.
Let's go. The route I had before was super boring, but I came up with a Poggers route, and I'm gonna do it. It saves like 10 seconds.
You hear that, everybody? He came up with a Poggers route for Mystic Mansion.
Yeah.
Can't
I got
wait to see it.
I got the intel from last night. Top secret route.
Yeah. Oh no, I died. No.
You just gonna run that bit every time.
Get this guy through the door. Just
Oh.
like that. I fucking love that strat.
That's sick. I would say that's pretty poggers. You weren't lying.
I would agree. Come on. I can do it.
See, we do glitches. We do TBG. We do a little cheating around here.
That's true. One of the biggest skips this game has to offer.
It might not be one of the biggest, but it is one of the hardest.
No, what are you saying? Gotta be one of the
Yeah.
easiest.
It takes hours and hours of practice to get even once.
Pressing 2 buttons at the same time is just not physically possible.
That's so true.
The computer can't even handle that. Only the GameCube can handle that for whatever reason.
True. I don't need that. Level
You
3
guys telling
Omega is like the
You don't have
MVP in the stage.
Yeah. You guys
Kinda.
tell me you don't have a macro for Team Blast glitching? Is that just me? I mean,
What the fuck?
I would never.
That was awesome.
Nice try. Would have been cool if you got him through the like without even entering the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Omega's level 3 ground combo is nice because it's like the quickest of all of them to come out. Like, Knuckles is pretty fast, but you still gotta jump in the air, and Omega just does that shit immediately.
Yeah, we did a team blast on that guy, but we didn't actually need to destroy that shieldy or that hammer robot with the helmet. But we just need an extra enemy for the route. It's kind of funny they put like a really threatening enemy, but like you can just run past him.
Yeah, he's actually required for Team Sonic though for whatever reason. But yeah, for Team Dark, you can just open the door. And you can just open the door for Team Sonic too, if you wanted to.
That's true. I do find it pretty funny that I see most runners just instinctively team blast. It's because they're used to Team Sonic.
Yeah, everyone when they start kills that guy because they think they need to.
Yeah. I think I've been there. Good fun. Okay, I'm gonna do a team blast here. Not really because these guys are like very slow to destroy, but there are a lot of ghosts over here, and they can hit your teammates and they will stun them. And
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
for
so you get
time for glitch.
No way.
He's cheating.
Cheating.
Yeah, if you just go for the no look kick there,
Gotta go for it.
that shit is so scary, man.
It's so scary, but it never happened.
Maybe it's just for me with no notches, but
True.
it works like 80% of the time at least for me. But the risk reward is not there for me.
Definitely
It does
not.
look really cool though.
Ah. And we end the stage right before the bobsled, which is like pretty much the whole point of the route. That was really slow.
Oh, but I wasn't sure if that guy was gonna die.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, this stage is really cool. I love the route.
I love how you also always like the default spot for the victory animation is right at the end of the stage where the goal ring is, but you always but there's a back ring and you actually collect the back ring during the victory cutscene every time.
Yeah, I love that.
You'll notice that that also happens during Chaotic's Bingo Highway. It's pretty funny.
Mm.
I don't know if there's any other Chaotic stage that happens in.
She said hill? Sorta.
That's not where the back ring is.
I guess not.
They do the fucking victory animation on like a random beach, right?
Yeah.
There's some random stuff that can happen with that goal ring, or like that victory animation in Chaotic Seaside Hill, though. Sometimes they just don't show up.
That is true.
Yeah, they do that for other stages too. It's just way more common on Seaside Hill since you're doing an input at the exact same time as you're trying to collect the thing.
Mm-hmm.
This stage is kind of annoying because there's some birds that only come up on screen for a short amount of time. These birds. Okay, I got them. So if you miss them, you kind of just gotta go for backup enemies. It's really slow. Time for Ghost Ball.
The Ghost Ball.
Yay. It's the Ghost Ball. Spooky noises. I'm running out of things to say.
We should call it Spooky Pole. That's a better name.
True.
I don't know. The enemies seem pretty
I
scattered in
like
this
barely remember this part of the stage.
Yeah. All I know is there's some dudes over here, so I kind of just go.
They put 4 guys there.
Yeah. Oh, come. We're gonna be in time for this. No. Minus
Really, the
one.
cannons count.
Shit.
Those are like kind of robots. I wouldn't imagine, even though these enemies are pretty like spread out, you probably don't end up taking the back ring just because of how long the stage is.
Yeah. The goal in this stage is beating it before the second auto scroller or the battleship.
Okay.
Because there are no enemies
Yeah.
there. So like you might think this checkpoint abuse isn't worth, because like I'm just getting 5 enemies, so it's not really that valuable, but like you need these 5 enemies to just to make sure you don't go to the second auto scroller. Cause it's just a whole minute of no enemies.
Any donations?
Any donation?
Wait, you could get those robots.
Oh yeah,
Kill
let me
them
just
first.
jump out real quick.
You're not. There's no way to let go of the propeller and like have a homing attack, right? You just fucking fall.
I think the fucking propeller just
No.
goes away. What the hell?
Thanks, Rude. What's
No.
the -3? Oh,
Wait, are you still gonna end before the auto scroller now? Or
Yeah.
did you need those guys?
it's just I just gotta go for some really slow back up.
Gotta love those.
We going down here? Is that what's happening?
No, I don't think there are any enemies down here. Actually, there is one, but I'm getting that guy anyway. Yes.
Hey, oh.
What?
Okay. You gotta get
That's a
closer
normal
to.
route?
Yeah.
Or is that the backup?
No, that's the normal route.
Yeah, so the reason Deku went over to the left there was because he needed to be close enough to another enemy for that team list. Because there were 2 guys there you were trying to kill.
Dude,
I don't
what? How is that homing attack ever gonna work?
I don't know. Just kind of felt like doing a little homing attack.
God, these guys are so spread out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this level design is crazy. You don't like see a lot of this when you run the game.
Come on.
Nice buffers.
Nice buff.
Cheater. Cheater alert.
Hey, what boosting is allowed in this?
Oh.
Dang. Guess he just
Said this
invalidated
is glitchless.
his dark extra LTS run.
Even though we did the cage clip.
Yeah.
That's allowed in extras.
Yeah, I gotta go for this guy now. Which I
Oh wow,
would
yeah, being a
normally
shield
skip.
guy on that platform is not very
Yeah,
good.
I've tried so hard to come up with a fast way to destroy him, and I literally just think doing 3 fire dance is the best thing. It is so awkward.
I mean, you could probably rocket excel him from the ground, right?
It
Man.
didn't work out.
Would you just die if you tried a tornado?
No, it would be just really slow.
Can you not tornado cancel on the wall? Defense? That wouldn't count?
Could try that.
Yeah, you should try it right now. Go back
Try
there,
it
go
right
ahead.
now.
Do it right now.
Alright. Didn't work.
That was so fast. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You
That might
saved
have
so much
actually been better
time.
than what you did.
Maybe.
Going all the way back.
Now I have to go even more
Going
back.
even farther
backer.
back.
Yeah, I got it. Oh my god. What
Where-
camera?
Oh god,
Why
where
did the
are
camera
you?
snap? What?
Oh, I think you could have kept gliding and caught
You don't think the fan would have saved you?
Yeah.
The camera snapped. I was
Well,
too
you-
far from the fan.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
You can
extends
get it
down
from a
pretty
little bit
far.
under it.
I thought I was
know.
too far down. Oh my god.
Should have given it a fucking
Oh
shot.
wait, it's this guy.
Go for the cannonball boost real quick. That's how you skip the auto
Go
scroller.
to the aura strat.
Yes.
Aura strat.
It's so good.
I mean, how much worse could the cannon bot boost be than this?
Oh my god.
Oh, you have like
I
a
thought
lot
you
of
died
falling.
again.
You have like
Much
30
fall
seconds
is
of
it, like-
falling.
It is not 30 seconds, bro. There's no way.
What the? Oh
You
my
didn't need to do
god.
that like
Becker's gonna pretend like he's not dying on purpose again. This is part of the route, guys.
This is part of the
You remember?
route, guys. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
so actually dying here twice spawns more enemies in Final Fortress later, so this is actually really good.
Yeah, guys, that's totally it.
Yeah.
That's the strat.
Like, God, you can't tell me that's faster than just tornadoing him, right?
I don't know.
Maybe single rocket excel, but I don't know.
I don't know. I swear the hitbox has got to be big enough to hit him from down there, man. He's so close to the edge.
Alright. That's it.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay,
Gaming.
let's go. Unfortunate. But we made it through. And for the last stage.
That backtrack Panu was so cool. We wanted to show it to you 3 different times.
Yeah, with the camera like trying to snap back to normal every time. Love that section.
We wanted to show you all the different ways you can kill that shield robot.
True.
Alright, this is the last level. The run
Building
ends after this, 'cause
Academy.
you don't have to do Emperor.
Final Fortnite.
Oh, Fortnite. There's a little RNG at the start of the level. I want to get 2 Rouge level ups.
Oh god.
Oh god. Yeah, I think that. Reach.
Oh, trying to get it with flight
You got
excel.
this.
Is the thing rotating not letting
He's gonna
me get
reach.
it?
Oh my god, never mind.
Oh, gotta do a flight excel.
Can you not just go back to the platforms right behind you? No.
No, it fell down.
No.
No, that's like an up and down one, right? Or is that only for Sonic that it's an up and down
I
one?
think it's only for Sonic. Okay. Let's see if I get the
Such a-
level.
Such a random spot for a Team Blast, like, bubble. It's just on the wall, basically.
Yeah. Not too sure about that one. Oh, I got that up one. I think. Didn't react
Yes,
time.
like I said, moving objects are just really fucking weird in this game. You can warp on pretty much all of them, I would assume.
Aw. Oh
God.
Oh my god, save that.
Gotta use the other side.
Oh,
Or,
I thought the
okay.
other side fell. Never mind.
Is that loadout even worth it? At that
Yeah,
point?
you don't need to destroy that enemy because there's a lot of like spread out single enemies that we skip in the stage. Just because there's a group of 5 at the end that we kinda wanna get. We don't like get a lot of like spread out enemies, we're gonna skip a few. And that one's one of them where the low route is worked.
The key. No.
The key.
Oh, the key. Getting the key wouldn't lose any time because the run ends when you beat the stage.
It would only lose the amount of time it takes to grab it.
Yeah.
When we do, I forget. Oh, were we gonna do RTA? Because we even time the the key, the special stages in IDG. I mean, there's no game timer there.
That's what we're saying.
That's
like
true.
Well, I mean, the
Special
run is
stage.
over anyway, so it doesn't matter. Doubly doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that guy. There was a route that would get that guy, but then I found out that it's faster just to skip the single enemy. Same for
You
this
should
guy.
kill this guy here.
Nice rail switch. I got a phantom rail switch there.
That guy seems pretty
I'm sure it'd
fast
be
to
really
kill.
efficient to kill.
It's actually
You can
not
stand,
that slow
you can
to
stand on some of
kill.
those little railing thingies.
Yeah, he actually dies with like a single thunder shoot.
What? Really?
Or, no, 2 thunder
You mean
shoots.
Thundershoot Fire Dunk?
No, you would just thunder shoot him 2 times while he's firing and you would destroy him, but it's kind of slow because you need to like, get back on the rail. That's another guy we skip. But yeah, normally the strat would be to
Why do you wait for him?
because you cannot stun him with level 3. You could stun him with level 2 or less than 2.
Oh,
Rouge.
yeah. Right, yeah. I never have fucking flight levels when I play this level, so I hadn't really considered.
Yeah, and you
There's
can't
like
even
no reason you would ever
flex
pick them up.
Yeah, you can't even flex out to stun them for some reason. They just like put their shields up when you try and do that. I love that bit of movement.
That's kind of cool. It's a lot of like. I'm noticing this category shows off a lot of movement to go backwards in certain spots where like you would never need to do that in another category.
Do the tornadoes turn around there on the rail?
Like, why is this here? Why did they even bother?
I don't know. Gotta put some guys up there.
How are you gonna do this?
So we team blast in such a way that we get the guys at the bottom.
Yeah, so you do. Can you get everyone in 2?
No. We can get everyone in team.
Yeah, I knew you definitely couldn't get everyone in 1. I wasn't sure if you could fit in everyone in 2.
No.
Only
Are you gonna fucking triple team blast again? Or, oh right, the guys on the rails? Are there really 10 of them?
There are 11.
So what, you're gonna skip the fucking... Or is there a show guy here?
No.
Yeah.
There's only the guys on the rail that have 1 health. So time's coming up soon, but I guess I have to run the times. Not like a GDQ run. I don't
Get ready on time! Go,
Get ready
go,
to
go!
go!
Joey, get ready on time!
I gotta
I
go to
missed one
Sicily.
guy. I missed one guy,
So
but
I
it's
can
okay.
stop Deku's timer.
Uh-oh. Bonk. Bonk.
Wow, awesome.
And that's the speed run.
Nice. Go, go, go!
That's a speedrun. Team Dark Extra in 128.
Wow. Can you see Deku's splits? Or I'm guessing you're watching his virtual cam of OBS.
Yeah, I can see.
But it just looks like you split Seaside.
It's like a Seaside Hill is just really difficult for Team Dark.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
about
just-
as long. That's about as long as it takes to get around at a Seaside Hill.
Yeah. Alright. GG's.
Jeez, who have we got next?
I
Those are
don't
the
know.
Sadix 180. Fuck. 130. Is that the number? 130.
130.
No, I think it's Sonic Shuffle.
Is that the next day? Is that the next night? Overnight?
Yeah, it's the next night. Tonight
Oh
we have
right, it's
Sonic
right after
Shuffle.
me. It's right after my run that is the Sadix thingy.
Mm.
Alright. Maybe we have time for an interview. Deku, how do you feel about the speedrun?
I am mad. I think I was on PB phase before
Oh, man.
actually.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. I mean, that one seems incredibly awkward to like have to
Yeah.
go backwards
Yeah,
that far.
the camera just like tries to return to normal every time. It's so awkward.
Yeah. Do you know offhand what your PV is?
It's 127, 3x I think. Not sure.
Yeah. You definitely would have had it.
Mm.
I mean, like,
I
what
don't know, I
were...
think you needed all those egg fleet deaths for the route.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, what was the biggest mistake outside of that? It was like... Hank or... Did you take another bad death somewhere? I feel like you did.
I did take a death in Frog Forest, but it wasn't a big one. I did remember having one mistake, but I was pretty
You got
unhappy
he
about
had an
it.
accidental one in Lost Jungle too.
Oh yeah, Lost Jungle.
He had no lie or fuck
yeah,
no
Lost Jungle
levels.
was so bad.
Yeah, that's right. You went back
Hard
to
for me
level
to know
0.
how bad they were, but you definitely were going pretty slow for a while without the levels.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that one could have been so much better.
127 might even be possible. Actually,
No,
you already got it. 126 might be
126.
possible.
Yeah,
That's
come back
gotta
next
be-
year and we'll see the 126 or something.
Maybe next year. Alright gamers, enjoy the Sonic Shuffle. Thanks for having me, thanks for having Aura. Enjoy.
It's like, is he just not gonna say it? Alright.
Hope you enjoyed the run.
Goodbye, Sacer.
Goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
Bye.